Hi. We've got a little something going on that we didn't expect. The power did go out a few minutes ago, and was kind of worried about the incubator losing temperature, and because these chicks are supposed to stop turning the eggs this Thursday, and today is Tuesday, so 2 more days before I stop turning the eggs, and the power went out, so the temperature was going down a little bit. Now the power is back on. It was only off for maybe about half an hour or so everything should be fine. Even if they lose a little temperature and then come back up, as long as they didn't get stone cold. The reason for that is when the mother hens or the mother quail or the mother geese or anything, they get off the nest for a little while to eat and drink. And while they're off, they cover up their eggs with the feathers and straw while they're gone, and it helps hold the heat in. So without their body temperature on there, I know they can withstand a half an hour or so with no hatch or no hen or anything on top, and they still hatch. Done that for years. The chickens know the chickens, they come and go off the nest maybe 2 or 3 times during their hatch time. Well, with the incubator to the side, I came out to the barn. I've been working on this quail cages, the Jumbo Brown's summer home. It's a little windy today. The temperature's down to about 50. I want to go around the outside of it with a little bit of with some feed bags to keep the wind off them. So they're not going out here till tomorrow because it's a little windy and cold today. You can see I'm in a sweatshirt today. It's pretty cold. Well, I went in to do chores after fixing the doors and that on these. I went into the barn, and I have a black hen that is getting broody. I had to chase her off the nest so I could collect the eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her some golf balls, because when I pulled her off the nest, she came outside. You can hear her clucking every now and then. I believe that's her right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the nest that she was in. I removed the eating eggs, and we're going to give her the golf balls to fake her out so that she thinks that there's actually eggs in there. And she'll go back on this nest because she'll think those are eggs. And in a couple of days, when I know she's truly broody, we'll give her some guinea hen eggs. Matter of fact, there's 2 more eggs over there.
Are they guinea eggs?
No, I believe they're chicken eggs. And we got 3, so this makes the 4 and 5. Yeah, these are chicken eggs. Which is good. That means we got 5 eggs again today.
And how many did we get yesterday?
6.
And why was that?
Because I think that the Silky is laying.
Which is, we think we might have a hen.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going into the quail barn?
Yeah, we can.
Haven't been in there in a couple
I
days.
just wanted to collect eggs and let them know that I was putting the golf balls in there. And people will tell you, oh, they don't work. Golf balls do work. They'll get hens to lay eggs, and they'll also get hens to stop.
Oh, we got a fan in here, I see.
Well, that's okay. It was so hot in here the other day that the poor quail were dying of the heat. I think I could turn it off for today, though. You don't really need that wind blowing on them.
And these guys are fully chipped out.
Now, they're getting pretty good size. We can I think this Saturday, I think we'll put the other 3 big ones right in with them. I'll also put a nest box in here.
Look how pretty they look.
They're really looking good. There's Prunella coming up the ramp.
Hey, girl. Come on in there, darling.
See Prunella?
She's got the crooked beak thing going on.
I got to give him a little scoop there, looking for some food.
Okay.
I was in the middle of all the chores when I had to take the head off the egg.
Oh, you're waiting already, girls.
Yeah.
Look at them. Pretty ladies and gents. Here, chick, 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 chick.
They're used to me saying it because I'm the one that comes out and gives them their food. There, here's the mash. Here's some corn on top of it. Yeah, I'll come running when they hear that. They know there's food in here. See the puffy crests on some of them are really getting large. So would you lose Prunella
She's somewhere.
in the grouping?
The ones that get outstanding will get names because you know how it is. They'll get nicknames. Because they'll do little things. Just like kids. Silky kindergarten. Share. Share. You guys act like you're raised in a barn or something.
And if the hen doesn't get Broody, then we'll take the golf balls back away from it.
Yeah, we had that. Leghorn got real Broody and possibly an Oscarlorp, so...
We had an Australorp get Broody the last time we had them.
Oh, we did? Okay.
But this group didn't because these were babies last year. Some of our original Australorps that we sold, a couple of them got Broody. We had to keep breaking them from their broodiness so they didn't stop laying eggs.
Is that Prunella over there?
No, Prunella doesn't have a crest.
Okay. Which is what's a crest for newbies?
It's that, looks like a wig on top of their head.
Because they're very stylish.
There's Prunella over there.
Oh,
On the back side of the feeder. She's eating good, so.
Come thou in and have some din din.
Here, tick, 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 tick. Here, tick, 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 tick. For the ones that didn't hear it, they're coming in. I'd like to get a head count.
That one there has a nice crest.
We had 19 and bought 8, so that would have been 27 chicks, right?
I have to go back and look.
I'd have to look at the thing.
So much goes on, you know.
I've got it in my records. You have to keep records. If you don't keep records, then...
Come on in. Come up Jacob's ladder. That's what I call it because they look like heavenly angels. Ascending and descending the ladder.
Well, I probably, if it's still too wet and windy, I probably could put the browns in here, in these cages.
You mean the
browns, the jumbo browns.
The ones, you're talking about the ones in the house?
These guys are the jumbo browns.
Okay.
These are the...
Okay, so what are you saying?
This is the brown family.
Oh, this is the brown family.
And that's their summer home, but if it's too windy, in the next couple days, I'll just take these down and set them up and put the quail in these.
You mean the new guys coming out?
No, these guys will go in here in this barn.
Why would they move from here? Oh, for the new chicks.
I have to take this front off this whole cage and put the smaller wire on because the little white ones that Texas A&M are going into here.
Okay, so Texas.
Until they're 6 weeks old.
Yeah, these guys look big after living inside with the Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
We probably have chicks at our house longer than we should.
Well,
but we don't want to, you know.
With the weather changing, there's no reason that we can't raise right outdoors.
With the yeah, right. Well, with the weather changing the Northeast, we didn't want to lose them the first go around, so we just did stuff.
And the next batch is supposed to hatch out by Saturday. Probably start hatching as early as Friday.
So we got quail eggs.
We got quail babies, we got quail adults, we got chick babies, we got everything. Got our hands full, Ruthie.
Yes, we certainly do. And if you're interested, I'm just going to leave this little side note here, in seeing how Clay built the greenhouse and things like that, a little different place here for a second. I'm making some playlists so you can check out some of those videos and trying to put as many videos up as possible. So check out how we did the greenhouse, and so if you were interested in doing something like a greenhouse, I'm going to have a playlist up, and hopefully I'll even be able to add a link to this video. It's been a crazy day with the power coming in and out, but if I don't add the link to the playlist, you'll just be able to see it there. Okay, tell everyone and let them see Quee and a quail up close, and the newbies, tell them about the quail.
Quee was our very first quail. Well, not my first quail, but the first quail with Ruthie. But you can see we got a special band on each leg because he was an escapee, and we like to keep track of him. And he's about as friendly as can be. See how friendly quail are? Well, what do you do with quail anyway, for the newbies? They might not know. You eat them. I eat them. I don't eat Quee because he's pretty much just a breeder and our pet. And these guys aren't getting eaten because they're all our breeding stock. And they have brown meat, and the white ones have white meat. Well, not brown, dark meat. Dark meat, yes. Dark meat like chicken legs, chicken thighs. Right. And the Texas A&M will have white meat, like the breast meat on a chicken. So definitely check out our quail videos if you want to raise something easy for apartments and backyard farms. Quail is a good way to go. The eggs are high in protein, tastier than a chicken egg by far. They'll lay an egg every day, and it only takes 2 to 3 eggs to equal a chicken egg. So if you wanted to make cakes or anything with them and didn't want to eat them like the fried egg, if you were afraid, a lot of people are afraid to eat stuff like that, you can still put them in cakes and bread and that, and they'll supply you with eggs as long as you keep their protein and the protein up where they can get their protein to lay eggs. What I do is I buy this chick starter, and that's all it is for chickens. But with quail, you have to use them non-medicated because the medicated chick feed will damage the quail's livers. And they're really great eating. Anything you can make with chicken or turkey, you can make with a quail. One quail filleted, butterflied, whatever you want to call it, with your potatoes and your beans or your corn or whatever you're having with it as a side vegetable, salad. One quail will feed each person. And they say they're the rabbits of chickens. They produce fast and a lot. Like they say you get more meat out of rabbits than a cow. This is a chicken egg. Yes. Thank you. Mm-hmm. This is a chicken egg. A chicken egg, once you put it in an incubator, takes 21 days to hatch. From the day it hatches to the day it lays an egg is 20 weeks, which is normally you go with a April chicks, September eggs is the common rule, which is 20 weeks before your chickens even lay their first egg. Quails, on the other hand, you take a quail egg, incubate it, 14 to 16 days it hatches out instead of 21 days. So it's sooner to hatch them. From the day they hatch to the day they're laying eggs is only 6 weeks. That's a big difference between 20 weeks with a chicken. So even if
They're probably better than rabbits because they taste better.
even
too,
if it
I
took
think.
three quail eggs to equal one chicken egg, by the time your chickens started laying their first egg, these quail would have been laying for 14 weeks at one egg a day. That's a lot of eggs. Divide that by 3. See how many comparable chicken eggs with 3 quail eggs that you would get before you got your first chicken egg in 20 weeks. There's a mathematical problem for you.
Plus the eggs themselves are high in protein.
If you like pickled eggs, they're perfect for pickled eggs. Just having a boiled egg.
Well, as far as the protein levels higher, a lot of people spend
The
a lot.
deviled eggs were great.
Well, the price, like say if someone went into business to sell quail.
If quail eggs
quail
are
food.
going, and chicken eggs go for about $2 a dozen in the store. If you were buying quail eggs, they go for like $4 a dozen. At an average, sometimes higher.
And you can find somebody on eBay or in the Craigslist and that type of thing if you're looking for that
If
type
you're
of
looking
thing.
to raise your own.
Yeah.
But most people in the towns, there's zoning laws on chickens. Sometimes you can only have four chickens. Sometimes you can only have 6 chickens. And 9 times out of 10, you can't have any roosters. With quail, there's no zoning laws on quail. If you go to your town and ask if there's any zoning laws on chickens, they'll tell you yes. You can have this, you can't have that, you got to do this, you can't do that. Ask them about zoning laws on quail. There probably isn't any. You can raise, in a cage this size, now this cage here is 2 foot by 3 foot, 1 foot high. This cage, you could raise 12 to 15 quail in this cage comfortably. So if you only had 6 quail or 10 quail, you don't need a big space to raise them. You can have just a little rabbit cage and raise 6 to 10 quail in it, and they'd live comfortably. Just have to do the ratios though. 3 to 4 hens per rooster. That way the roosters don't fight, and all your eggs are.
And you have to feed them right, or you're gonna have issues.
And you do have to have the right protein for them. They have to eat a higher protein than a chicken. Chickens like about a 16%. Quail need close to 20%. But with the chick feed is usually anywhere from 18 to 20%, depending on where you buy it and what you get for them. And the quail will also eat whole grains too, like wheat and bits of corn, cracked corn, things like that. They'll eat all that, but you still have to give them their mash.
This is great, especially for those that are missionaries or those that live in, like, across the world, so to speak, because quail in some places.
Here's your male quail, so you can tell by the rusty colored breast.
Mm-hmm.
There's another male. The hens have spotted breasts.
Well, I'm mentioning that because we have people from all over the world that watch us.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, example, if you're somebody that's going to go overseas, this is a perfect, because I have a friend that's training people how to raise goats.
These
Train them how
quail
to do quail too.
These quail are in Africa. They have to have permits to raise these quail. We don't have to have permits to raise these quail. because they're not native to the United States.
So
They're domesticated to the United States, just like a chicken. Chickens originally came from China.
But now we can't raise bob whites here without a permit.
Bob whites are a local bird, and you have to have permits to raise them, same as ringneck pheasants. But if you wanted red golden pheasants or silver pheasants or Lady Amherst pheasants, you don't have to have a permit for those because they're all from the mountain regions of China and Indonesia.
You would think it would be the opposite. But it's
Anything that is a U.S. bird. That's why you can't raise eagles and stuff and hawks, and people have them, but they have to have permits to own them.
and the permit's not expensive. It's like $40-50 for
They're
some
not
of them.
expensive.
If that's something you really want to do. But you can't buy them without a permit either.
But these guys, you don't have to permit.
Right. Which in the U.S. If you're in other countries, you're going to have to check that out.
Africa, you would have to have a permit for these. India, you would have to have a permit for these.
UK, I don't think they would. I'm not sure.
I don't think the UK does.
So you have to just check.
Because they're mainly from Africa and India.
But no matter what
area.
whatever your situation is, if you're in Africa, you can get a permit. If you're in the UK, you may not. But the thing about it is whether you're a missionary, a farmer, someone trying to feed your family, live in an apartment, this bird fits about everybody.
And they're so friendly.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think they're more friendly than a chicken.
I think they're more friendly than a chicken because you can reach in and, I mean, if they were so wild like a pheasant, you couldn't reach in there and pet them.
You can't do that to a chicken. They'd run.
Oh, they scatter.
Unless you've been working with them constantly.
Well, the only time these guys see me is when I come and feed them.
And they just like stay there like, please pick me up. And
but you can see the videos of these as they were babies, and we didn't really hold them much anyway when they were babies. But they're very friendly little birds. The females are friendly, the males are friendly. You can reach in and grab their eggs, and they don't even care.
Well, like if you were to reach down and touch the silkie, they're gonna move. You know, because they're not.
How they squawk and run
away.
But
the quail, it's a whole different story. So I mean, they're great if you want to feed your family. I think they'd be a neat house pet too, but I don't know if you can.
They get a little dusty. You know, birds are dusty. Even if you got cockatiels and things like that, they get dusty. I mean, these guys love their sand bath. They got to have another one this weekend.
But I'm a little like Ellie Mae Clampett. I want to make everything a pet.
Well, I think they love the attention myself.
Oh, they do. You'll get attached to them just because how can you not? They're so friendly. But, you know.
And if you get overpowered with too many of them, eat some of them. Just keep enough to keep your inventory up.
Or train someone else how to raise quail in your area. Help them.
You may not want to raise quail.
Right. You may not.
Just want to watch everybody else having their quail. But.
Right. You may just enjoy learning about quail. And that's a good thing to do too. And I got to plug this in just because I think it's important. This is a great tool for homeschoolers to learn about quail.
Great for 4-H kids, too.
Exactly. All those types of things. So it doesn't mean you have to raise quail just because you watch the videos, but it's good information up close.
Don't be afraid.
That's right.
That you think that you just can't do it, because we're just backyard farmers. We're not professionals in any means. The things we do for our family.
And we like to do things that are easy, like, I hate to say it like this, like kindergarten. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be really, like, these are simple little things anybody can do.
The only thing
even a child, even a teenager, or with guidance, or a child.
The only thing you have to watch is the first 3 days.
Yes.
They have to be watched, because they've got to learn to eat and drink on their own. Some of them go right to town and do it right from the start. Other ones have to follow suit. They have to see the other ones doing it to make them want to do it.
Also,
once you get past day 3, they're hardy, very hardy birds.
Also, too, if you do raise quail or you decide to take up the hobby or the mission, no, not the mission, but just I'd say would like to start a quail farm, we'd love to see your videos. Put a link and show us your videos so we can see your
We'd love to see
quail.
how you're doing.
If you are raising quail, because it's kind of cool, because we'd love to connect
like
with
I said,
more
you do
people.
them in your backyard. If you hear these guys crow, you'll see that it's no different than hearing a songbird in the backyard. Most of your neighbors won't even know what it is.
Yeah, they won't even think anything.
They wouldn't think twice.
And like chickens, you want to.
And they're usually pretty quiet until the roosters, the
feeding time.
Mating season mainly.
Feeding time too, but usually they're not noisy now.
No, I haven't heard one squawk at all.
But for the most part, no one will even know you're raising quail.
Yeah, that was the noise that the rooster makes.
Yeah,
that was Quee himself. But that's not very loud. I mean, most people, if you had neighbors even close, wouldn't even be able to hear it.
Ooh, what was that? I just heard
that was the door. The wind is really getting...
Yeah, I heard the door. So, well, like, subscribe. Please share this video with someone that can help. Your church, your friend, your 4-H group.
And we'll keep you up on the chicken with the golf balls, and she gets in the next few days, if she gets so broody she doesn't want to get off the nest, then we'll take the golf balls away from her and put some guinea hen eggs on there.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see what she ends up doing.
Because the white leghorn, she hatched the guinea hens out last year. These hens are much better mothers.
Always better to have a broody chicken than a incubator.
Now, you've probably heard him crow. That's a very loud...
Did he just do it again?
Yeah, he just crowed. They're not loud at all. Not like a rooster. A rooster would just tear up the neighborhood. People hate here. There's a quail egg in the corner. I'll have to get that.
Yeah, show them the quail egg.
You'll have to move aside. It's hanging right over my shoulder.
We got a close quarters here.
Yes, there's two.
We got that to here.
Yes, I got 2 quail eggs. Come on,
cool.
Gotta move, girl, so I can get the egg.
And they're really fancy if you like exotic food, like say you're...
See, I'm reaching in and getting these eggs, and these girls aren't even having a fit.
Oh, also, too, some Oriental restaurants like them, too.
So about 3 quail eggs equal 1 chicken egg.
Mm-hmm. See how cute that is?
And if you're going to boil them to eat those, you take and put all your eggs in a pot in cold water. Bring the water up to boil. Keep stirring them. That way they continue to turn. You won't bust the egg, believe me. They're tough little critters.
We have to do a video on showing how hard they are to... We have some you can
we've
look
got
at.
videos of...
Oh, yeah, go look at us
boiling quail eggs.
Yeah.
And we show you how to peel them, too. It's really simple because you've got the air pocket. And once they're boiled, you just pinch it, and it just peels right off.
They're a harder shell than a regular egg. It's a different kind of thing. It's not like cracking an egg. They're harder.
And see the spots on the eggs? Each hen will lay a different pattern on their eggs. We got one the other day that was almost blue.
Yeah, that was super cool.
And we've got that on video, too, if you want to follow back and see the blue egg.
We have a quail playlist, too, I'm working up.
We just hope you enjoy these little videos. Hopefully they're informative. And we were talking about boiling these. You boil them and put them in cold water. You keep stirring them till they come to a boil. And when they've boiled for 4 to 5 minutes, then you take them out of the boiling water and plunge them into cold water. And then you can peel them. Okay, this is Clay and Ruthie from Popel's Backyard Farm. And if you like the video, comment. Sirens.
Power's been going out, sirens, it's wild.
They had a fire down here. Somebody was burning stuff in the wind. That was totally uncalled for. It could have burnt the neighborhood down. This is Clay and Ruthie from Popel's Backyard Farm saying follow us again and join us. Bye-bye.